right here. This is what it looks like. This is what I use in filming my content. This is gonna do magic for you. You're gonna look like you have filter on. Reflector. I can literally hide this behind me and do what needs to be done. I want to keep it professional, but like still me. This is gorgeous, right? I took 1,348 pictures. Now listen to me. It's gonna be a wrap. Hi and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be doing my at-home DIY photo shoot. If you're someone who wants a brand refresh, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my behind the scenes, taking you guys through the step-by-step process, the gears that I use, and the outcome as well. So now that you're here, or you're still here, let's get started with this video. Now, when it comes to creating content solo, you are wearing on different hats at the same time. You are your videographer, photographer, your makeup artist, your hairstylist, your stylist as well. You are your set designer. So having a plan to kind of fill out these blanks and all these hats that you're wearing will save you time. Okay, so these are my inspiration. I do have hero shots, I have head shots, I have working shots, I have portrait shots, I have sort of like editorial shots, I have hand shots, and then some extra shots that I can take along the way to kind of fill in the blanks if I do need to. I'm going to be working from this moving forward. Okay, so let's talk about styling. With this is basically subjective. Whatever your style is, you do want to rock it. For my hair, makeup, and outfits, same rule. Clean, timeless, neutral. However, this is my preference. You can use whatever suits your brand. Style yourself based on how your style is. I love to lean towards neutral tones because with that, they can literally grow with you. And with neutral tones, you can adapt that to any other color if you decide to evolve. So I can put this white outfit on a red background, on a green background, on a blue background, on an orange background, and it will still work. So for my gears, I will be using my Canon EOS R8. This is primarily the camera that I use in recording my YouTube videos, so I might as well use it to take pictures as well. And for my lenses, I'll be using a 24mm, 45mm, as well as an 85mm. Each lens kind of serves a different purpose. The 24 is good for getting like lifestyle wide shots you can probably use on your website, right? And then the 45mm will give me a very nice portrait shot, so like medium shot right here. And then the 85 is a more close-up lens. So this will be perfect for headshots that I could use in my profile pictures. Now, you don't need to have all this. I feel like just having one lens would definitely work. 35 is a soft sweet spot. You can get like a close-up. You can also get like wide. You just have to move the camera back and forth. If you're someone who only has a phone, you are pretty much covered because you probably have a trio lens, meaning that you can get all these shots. You just have to switch the lenses. So for support and stability, I'm going to be using my tripod. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm using, but again, you can use any tripod you have. That would work. But if you're taking pictures by yourself, you need to do two things. You need to either get a remote trigger, or you need to connect your mobile phone to your camera so that way you can take your pictures. So it's easier for you to frame yourself, make sure that you're in focus, and snap, right? If you're using a Canon, you do have the Canon Connect app. If you're using Sony, you also do have the app as well. This is going to be a non-negotiable when it comes to taking pictures by yourself, because you do want that ease and you do want the flexibility of kind of seeing yourself. It's going to save you a lot of time. But this one works because with this, I can focus, make sure that I'm focused, because there's a focus button as well. And there's also like a capture button as well, so I can make sure that I'm in frame, I'm focused, and then I can kind of snap away. I can literally hide this behind me and do what needs to be done without you guys knowing. So yeah, if you're a solo creator, get yourself one of these, connect to your phone, get yourself a trigger. It will save you time. There's nothing as bad as you having to go behind, clicking on it, coming back. And with taking pictures, you do want to take as much as possible. It's better to have more options than less, right? So with that, you can kind of filter through and pick the ones that you like. And if you don't need all that, you can delete it later, but at least now you have more than enough that you need. Okay. So for color and image control, one of the things that I will recommend if you're filming or you're shooting on your camera, is to get yourself a white balance card, something that looks like this. Basically, make sure that your colors are accurate and your camera is set to the lighting that you have set up, right? And for lighting, I always say natural light is the best. You can never go wrong with it. However, if you don't have it, studio lights will definitely suffice. Get yourself some studio lights. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm using or what I use, the entire behind the scenes setup. But yeah, natural light or studio light, if you are in a space whereby you have like large windows, open them up and they will serve you so well. However, if you want a more controlled environment, a more controlled shoot, then get yourself studio lights. So next up, reflectors. Gosh, I used to be an advocate for this when I first started off creating content because it just works. I'm going to show you guys, like, this is a reflector. Oh, can you see this is a reflector that I've had for a while now. However, I also do have a U-shaped reflector. This is going to be perfect for like head shots, mid shots, and it will help in bouncing the light around. The way that I see this is that this is one light on its own because it's going to help. Can you guys see? Do you see the subtle difference that it makes? This is going to help in filling any shadows that might be around your face. And you do want this if you're taking like portrait shots, head shots. This is going to do magic for you. You're going to look like you have filter on without it and with it. Do we see the difference that it makes? So yeah, we're definitely going to be using this for our pictures. Now for set design, you can use a backdrop stand. Now for me, for instance, I do have curtains here, so I will be using these curtains as my backdrop. Literally just figure things out as you go and you realize that things are not as hard as it may seem. Let's talk about location. Like anytime it comes to creating content, I always say that everywhere is a potential set. As long as you have 4 walls, you already have all that you need to create content, right? Get yourself a blank wall with curtains. Get yourself your table, your desk, or if you don't have one, a dining table. Put your laptop, kind of create your own set yourself, right? But for me, because I pretty much have this setup in my office space, I'm going to be using here, or I'm going to be using this plain wall and my working desk. If you want a more lifestyle feel, you can definitely use your living room, you can use your kitchen, you can use your dining room. So put that into consideration when you're creating content. With creating content and creating a story, you're literally writing everything and creating everything to fit that story that you're trying to tell. And that's a beautiful thing. That's the magic of content creation. You don't need to be stagnant or have a fixed set. You can move things around, take things out to kind of fit the idea that you have. Something you find about me is that I love to move things around. Like I will shift my table just to get a different angle or to try out a different angle, because sometimes you don't know what it's gonna look like until you try it out. And sometimes when you take that extra step, it's usually always worth it. So break out of that box, try something different, and then see how it looks. If you don't like it, fine. If you do like it, then that's amazing for you. Okay, so the first shot that I want to get is a working shot. So I'm trying to set up the lighting. I do have my reflectors like I showed you guys. Look at that. Can you see that? No reflector. I do have another one that I showed you guys earlier on. I don't have this mounted up here. This would be perfect for like portrait shots if I will be standing, but right now I'm sitting, so I have this literally on the floor. I want to also set up my light, so we're just going to unmount this from my wall right here. This is what it looks like. This is what I use in filming my content. This is my main light, and I have another one. I'm going to be using this as well. So yeah, this is what we have going on. Let me just switch out my lenses. Okay, so this is what the shot is going to look like. I kind of want a wide angle shot, so that way I can put it to my website. I want to do a test shot first just to see what this looks like. I will keep this because this is my element. So we're just going to keep this here and we can just keep taking pictures. So right now I'm just trying to take some sitting down lifestyle sort of shots. Using my laptop, I literally have my trigger here. So I'm putting it behind me and I'm just clicking away. In case you guys are wondering how I'm able to see what I look like, I have my camera connected to my desktop right there. It is a larger screen. So with that, I can basically see what I look like. This is what we look like. Make sure my hair looks good. And we'll just tap away with the trigger. In case you guys see these pictures and you don't know the struggle behind it, well, now you do. Still hiding the trigger. Let me grab a prop. In this case, my laptop. Okay, the same outfit. I want to take one last shot with the same outfit, basically headshots. I'm going to switch over to an 85mm and then just switch up the background. I'm going to be using this my backdrop, or this my curtain as my backdrop. I wanted you guys to kind of see what I'm seeing with this 85mm. I don't know if you're seeing it, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I feel like I'm going to bring it a little bit closer, but this is not how I'm going to frame it. So we're going to move this over to this side, just so. And I do have a backlight behind me right here. It's gonna make the curtain pop a little bit more, and I'm just placing it right there. I love it. So this is what we look like with the camera and the lens. Can we see the background? Can you guys see what I'm seeing? Like, the background looks so clean, and mind you, this is just my curtain. Can we see? So now I just want to take like headshots. Again, we will be needing some reflectors. Our face is glowing. I don't know if you guys can see or notice a difference here. Can you see that? So yeah, I'm just gonna start shooting and taking some pictures, and then we'll kind of see what it looks like. So I have taken some cool shots with this outfit. I think I want to switch it out. I want to see if I can still get like really nice headshots with this. You guys will not see what's going on under. This is going to be like a mid shot. I always have a mirror with me, just so I could see what I look like. I also have a standing mirror as well. And we're good. Just keep this on the side, and then we can start. This is a 45mm lens. This is what you guys are getting. To the front, to the back. To the back is too serious, to the front. Just, yeah, and we'll take some pictures like this. Also, I have this light right here. With me, I feel like these reflectors are not doing justice, so I just have this light. I'm gonna put it like to about 30%, not too high, just to give me a little bit of shine. Can you guys see without the lights, with the light? I want to keep it professional, but like still me at the same time. So I'm trying to hide the remote trigger so it doesn't show. Put it here. So I just got a cool idea. I want to elevate my camera so that way it's like from top to bottom shot, if that makes sense. So this is what my camera is looking like right now. I'm going to just angle it down. This is what it looks like. Can we see? But so far so good. I think it's good. I'm going to start taking pictures now. So I'm taking a short break right now. I just want to see what we've taken so far. Yeah, I'm just going through all the images that we've taken. So because I'm connected to my desktop, it automatically saves on here whenever I take a picture. So I'm just gonna skim through it to see what we have. Guys, we're not even done and we've taken 300 pictures. So I'm just gonna skim through them. We're gonna skim through them and see what we have. Like, see these ones where my eyes are closed? I can't use them. That's why it's good to have multiple. Oh, this is pretty. We're not even done, and I think we already have a shot. We have 300 pictures. You can never have enough pictures. Let's change the lens, the camera, everything, and move on to the next shot. So right now, I want to switch up my set. I want to create like a desk, formal, professional setting. That's what I want to do. So I'm moving my table over here because I think I want to use this backdrop. And this desk does elevate, so I will increase the height, which is cool. If you're doing this, this is going to get messy. So be very careful not to fold things down. Let me position this. Okay, so this is what this framing looks like. Yeah. So now we can take some pictures. If I tell you that I'm not exhausted, I'm lying, because I'm literally staring at the light. So you will get tired, and I feel like it'll start affecting your head and your brain. but you have to keep pushing. Like, say no more. This is such a gorgeous shot. This is gorgeous. And guys, this is just curtains. I got these curtains from IKEA. I got about 4 sets. I have the video up. I'll leave the link so you guys can watch the video. I bought about 4 curtains. I mean, you can even use like fabric. You can buy fabrics and just hang it. So, or any color that's light, or any color basically. Use it as a set. So yeah, this is what we have going on. Let me move this to this side. Let me grab a prop and see if I can put it here. I was just playing with it. This is gonna be the last shoot, right? This is gonna be the last setup that I have. I grabbed a stool, right? And this is what we are looking like right now. So I'm gonna spend about 10 minutes taking these pictures. After that, it's gonna be a wrap. Gosh, hiding this remote is a struggle. So usually you can do like a 2-second timer, but I feel like that's gonna waste a lot of time. So I'm just gonna look for how to hide it. So right now, I think we have plenty pictures to work with. I'm so scared to see how many we have. I want to see how many pictures I took. It's telling me I took 1,348 pictures. Now, listen to me. It's not really 1,348. So I do shoot in RAW and like JPEG, large JPEG. So it saves 1 RAW file and 1 JPEG per picture. So indirectly, I'm gonna divide this by 2. So let's say I have about 700 pictures, or about 600 to 700 pictures thereabouts. We really do it all as content creators, and I feel like we do deserve a round of applause for ourselves. Like, I'm so happy that I was able to wear different hats in one day by myself. So that's the end of this video. I wanted to kind of take you guys behind the scenes and show you that you can do this on your own, show you guys the step-by-step process, what I use, how I use it, and also like the outcome of it as well. And also you can do this as often as possible. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you guys would love to see another video or how I edited my pictures, that would be amazing as well. Or if you guys want any other content, let me know down in the comment section, and I will be so excited to see it and recreate it and film it and share with you guys as well. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. If you are yet to subscribe, please do subscribe, join the family. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, I feel like I should have said this in the beginning, but welcome back. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Don't go anywhere. You can watch one of my videos, and I will see you there. Okay, bye guys.